Green Bay Packers got a great victory in Week 6, and now they get to travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals, who nearly lost to the Colts in Indianapolis. My name's Tyler here with my brother Ryan. We're going to break down this Week 7 matchup and provide our predictions at the end. So be sure to stay tuned and leave a comment. Let us know who you think is going to win this game. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. Get notified when new videos come out. We're about 300 subscribers away from 8,000. Let's see if we can get there this week. And Ryan, let's get into it here.
Let's do it.
Packers coming off a bye and after coming off a tie as well too in the prior week before that, but going up against the Cincinnati Bengals in a very unique game as well. We always talk about how tough it is for the new team that trades for a quarterback and then starts. That's happened a couple times now in the past couple years. Last time I can remember was Baker Mayfield and the Rams, where it's like very notable, so to say, of a trade. I think Josh Dobbs also did that as well too, but never really talked too much then as well about the game plan from the other team as well. I thought the Packers handled that situation really well, even though they did give up 18 points in the second half of the game. It's still, I mean, you're gonna have to keep Jamar Chase and company in check as well. There's still a bunch of good talent on that side of the ball, and I think they did a good job. And they're probably going to be going up against another backup quarterback as well, too. And Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals had to monitor Kyler Murray's status as a whole going into this game. However, though, Jacoby Brissett did put up 320 yards against a good Colts defense as well, too. But I think the Packers have the ability to also put up some points. But this Cardinals defense is really stout as well, too. So and Cardinals on the flip side as well, I think they're just battling the injury bugs as well. They've been dealing with some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. Kyler Murray is clearly not was not healthy enough to play. James Conner, unfortunately, is done for the season, and Trey Benson's also on IR now. And then Marvin Harrison Jr. gets a concussion in this game as well, so his status is up in the air for this game. It's just a lot of things just don't seem to be going the Cardinals' way. And plus, too, they have 4 losses on the season, but all by a total of those 4 losses by 9 points. Things just don't seem to be going the Cardinals' way, and they're a really good team. Ryan, what do you think the Cardinals need to do to come out victorious here, get back to their winning ways versus Green Bay? What does Green Bay need to do to try and stymie this really good Cardinals defense?
Yeah, I think the first thing for the Cardinals is they need to establish the run again. If this offense is at its best when they're running the football first and well, and from there, then they can feed off of the play action. Especially now that you have a less mobile quarterback in Jacoby Brissett that will probably be under center. I think that's going to be really important for slowing down this pass rush because Kyler Murray could do things to evade the rush that Jacoby Brissett just can't, especially at this stage of his career. And so I think establishing the run with this offensive line is going to be very important. And then also, too, this isn't the best secondary in the league. So if they can get the ball to the weapons, whether Marvin Harrison Jr. plays or not, they get the ball out to Michael Wilson, Trey McBride. They still have some other options there. I think that's going to be crucial for this offense. But if they get in that drop back passing game and they start letting Micah Parsons pin his ears back and start screaming off the edge, I think that's just going to lead to a large margin of victory here for the Packers. And if that's what if I'm the Packers, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm loading up the box on early downs, not letting them run the football. And then on third downs, I'm going to put Mike Parsons and our best pass rushing group back there, get them behind the sticks and, try to drive them into the dirt, and be as physical as I can in the trenches. And offensively, I think Jordan Love and this offense get the ball out of Jordan Love's hands quickly. I think when you're facing a superior defensive line, I would say the Cardinals defensive line is better than the Packers offensive line. I think getting the ball out of Jordan Love's hands quickly and to these wide array of weapons that they have, I think that's going to be really important for this offense as well.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point as well too. Just because if we go look at this game here as well too, and the Packers have the number 1 rushing defense in the league. They held the Lions team in Week 1 to 46 yards. Held the Commanders team with Jaden Daniels and company there to 51 yards, 96 yards to the Browns as well too. And of course they lost that game, but it's the only thing the Browns could really do was run the ball. Gave up 117 yards to the Dallas Cowboys in that tie, and then only 55 rushing yards here as well. So Cardinals team, I would say this would be a great matchup if James Conner was there. The offensive line was fully healthy, and their running offense was clicking on all cylinders. But this is going to be a game like I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. And to your point, then when it is 3rd and 9, like Mike Parsons, like this is why we're paying you $47 million. Like
Yeah.
like go and sack Jacoby Brissett, who is not going to be able to move like Kyler Murray. And so that's where I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup here on how Cardinals can get over that. They're going to have to uh, get in favorable 2nd down and 3rd down situations here. Maybe do some run the ball through the air, as we call it here on the Tracy takes, some quick slants, some quick screens, try and get 4 yards at a time that way as well. And because you don't want to get put behind the chains, or oh shoot, what's the phrase you call it where
Stay in phase.
stay in phase? Yes, thank you. Flip side too as well. Packers are going to have a tough time as well too, because this Cardinals defense is legit. Like this is a really good Cardinals defense here as well. I know they've given up some yards here. It looks like, but a lot of times that's just because of the games that they are in. Like they really shut down the Seahawks team as well too. A couple weeks ago on Thursday Night Football, and a lot of those yards were given up towards the very end of the game. But if you don't look at it though, it's like they should have beat the 49ers. They held them to 16 points. Really shut down the Seahawks offense, especially in the second half as well too. Titans, they gave up 22 points, but that was just an absolute joke of like a collapse from a whole team. And a bunch of points and yards to this Colts offense, yes, but Colts have been doing that to every team though.
Yeah.
Like Colts are one of the best offenses in the league. Like this is still a team and a defense that I think is going to be tough for this Matt LaFleur offense that has a lot of good cross routes. Anybody can catch the ball and be a playmaker on any given play. They're gonna have to play their best against this Cardinals defense to come out victorious here. So I think those are the two things for each team: is can the Cardinals stay in phase, because it's going to give them the best option. If it's 3rd and long, I would not be surprised if they are 0 for 7. The Cardinals on 3rd and longs, 3rd and 7 or longer. I would not be surprised if they don't convert a 1st down. Just the way that this team is set up here, and if Marvin Harrison Jr. is not able to play, you can lean on Trey McBride a bunch, yes, but I still think that they might be able to um, uh, avoid sorry, it's still something that they're able to stop. I paused for a second because then I was reading. I was going to bring up the Packers just injury update. As Lucas Van Ness did avoid a serious injury, but his status is still up in the air for this game as well, which is just a loss for this Packers team as well too going into this game. So we'll have to monitor that throughout the week. But I think this is going to be a great game overall. Always fun when these two franchises get together. They've had some great games in the past. I think when it comes to predictions overall, I Green Bay is still working through some things. I don't think they've reached their full potential as we think they have. Like I think they should have beat Green Bay. They should have beat Cleveland just with their overall performance. They've had some injuries on the offensive line. Yes. That being said, though, I still think they can go into Arizona and beat them. I think this is going to be another just close, tough loss for Arizona here. Wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to a last-second field goal. But I'm going to go with Green Bay here in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Green Bay also. I just feel like, especially with some of the injuries on the offensive side of the ball for Arizona, I don't know. I think it'll be relatively low scoring. I think it'll be like 27 to like 14 in favor of Green Bay, or maybe 24-14.
Mhm.
Just because I think it'll be largely a defensive battle. And I don't know if Green Bay will be able to move the ball as well as they want to. But with the injuries on the Cardinal side, I just struggle to see them really, you know, I don't say keep up because I don't think Green Bay is going to outrun them, but be able to just put points on the board with how this defense has played so far this year. So, I think it'll be a close one, but I'm going to go with Green Bay as well.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's wrap it up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead in this matchup. Will it be the Green Bay Packers? Will it be the Arizona Cardinals? Other than that, we'll see you guys next time.